With the battle over immigration in focus, today President Biden and former President Trump are both visiting the U.S.-Mexico border.
And President Biden making the trip after a bipartisan immigration package, which included border restrictions, failed to pass the House. Immigration becoming increasingly central for both candidates ahead of the presidential election. Joining us now with more from Eagle Pass, Texas, is ABC national correspondent Mireya Villarreal. Mireya, thanks so much for being with us.
Hey, good morning, Ariel. How are you guys?
We are good. Thank you for being there and covering this for us. And we know President Biden and former President Trump happened to be there on the same day. What's the significance of the locations that each of them chose?
Well, you know, it really is no coincidence that both of them are going to be on the border having these dual press conferences going on. But the significance has a lot to do with the location. We know as of right now, Biden is going to Brownsville, Texas, the heart of the Rio Grande Valley. The reason why he's chosen there more than likely is because it is pristine. They have processes in place. And as of right now, the number of migrants coming through that area has significantly decreased. He also knows he has a lot of support from Democrats in the area. As juxtaposition here in Eagle Pass, this is the epicenter of where Governor Abbott has set up Operation Lone Star. It's a very controversial program that aims at militarizing the border in order to, stop the flow of migrants. He has a lot of support here, not just from local leaders, but from law enforcement as well. And a lot of that is going on right behind me, guys.
And Mireya, as you know, President Biden is reportedly considering this executive action that would prevent people who cross the border from seeking asylum. How likely is that? And do we know anything about what he's actually considering?
You know, as of right now, the details are still unknown exactly what that executive order could hold. More than likely, he will not be announcing that today. We've gotten a brief readout of what he's going to be doing from local leaders in Brownsville, Texas. They talked to us about basically saying that they're going to meet with local law enforcement. He's going to get a read of what is happening in the area, and he's likely going to meet also with NGOs that are helping some of the migrants that are coming across. And we're really going to hear him push that border security deal, pushing that he doesn't want the government to have a stopgap at the end of the week or even bleed into next week. And so really we will see him push that along and talk less about the executive order that could be pending.
And Mireya, we know that President Trump is going to be right where you are there in Eagle Pass. What are his plans while he is there?
So he lands here in early afternoon. He will meet with local leaders in Del Rio, Texas, which is about an hour from where I'm standing right now. Then he will make his way to the border here at Shelby Park. Again, if we were to go just about 100 yards behind me, you would see all of the razor wire that has been put up, all the concertina wire that's up against the river, and the large amounts of law enforcement presence that is here. He is going to talk to Texas National Guard troops, and he's going to talk about how he is the one that can solve the immigration problem solely. But let me be very clear. We spoke with a lot of local leaders here in Eagle Pass, not just last night, but several times over the last several months. They want to make sure people understand they have a very safe city here. And while they appreciate the help, the attention for them has gotten out of control. And they are very concerned about potential extremists that could come along with not just today's press conference with Trump, but in the future as well.
Mireya, I want to talk about this recent Gallup poll on the president's ratings right now, his approval ratings. They have dropped to 38%. Just 28% approve of his handling of immigration, 67% disapprove. This is just his second trip there. But given those numbers, it's a critical one, isn't it?
Absolutely, Gio. This is extremely significant for President Biden. I mean, listen, I've spoken with leaders down in the Rio Grande Valley. That is where I am from. People are telling us, voters are telling us, why is it just this is the second time he is coming here? While they understand that there's a lot of processes in place that need to, get going in order for there to be a border security deal, for them, their concern is, the immigration and the policy part of this. Why can't we come together on both sides of the aisle to have some sort of compromise?
Absolutely. All right. ABC's Mireya Villarreal, thank you so much for all of your reporting there on the border.
Well, hey there, GMA fans. Robin Roberts here. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Lots of great stuff here. So go on, click the subscribe button right over here to get more of awesome videos and content from GMA every day, anytime. We thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the morning on GMA.